why is he the role model and an ideal man? We know that he is actually trying for his family. He's working, he loves his family, and he's trying the best he could do in order for his family to be better and in order for his life to be better. We think that this is the perfect role model for a man because it is not some high criteria that cannot be reached. It is something that people should be willing to do and still try.
In our world, we are man under a big pressure, and Homer Simpson, as I know and you know too, is working in a nuclear power station, so that's why he has a very high pressure. He is working under very high pressure with a lot of responsibility, and an ideal man can control this.
For many reasons, Homer Simpson is the equivalent of a good role model for an ideal man, because you know the movie, or if you don't, the movie is about one big family with 3 children, and they're one big family. Homer really, in general, he is a really loving man, and he cares about his family, of course.
Yes, what I like about Homer Simpson is that he's, like we say, like a real man, not like we say, he's a real character. He seems like a real character, and even though sometimes he can fight with his family or something like this, he's a good father.
Okay, so we think that Homer Simpson is not a role model for an ideal man. Like the general idea for an ideal man is somebody who has a good job, and Homer was fired like more than 5 times in a year. Also, he has to take care for his family, and he tries to strangle his son Bart, and he also always forgets about his baby Maggie, and he doesn't really care about his wife. He goes to the bar all the time and forgets about his family. Also, he was on the verge of blowing the whole city more than 10 times. Yeah. So that's why we don't think that Homer Simpson is a role model for an ideal man.
Actually, I really like Homer Simpson, and it's because I think he is so funny that I feel so confident when I look at him and feel better than because he's like horrible.
So they said that Homer Simpson many times in a year fire off from his job, but now he's still working here. So as I know, boss give another job in the nuclear power station when you have qualifications, the skills, when you have a large knowledge. With the relationship with her wife, Homer always, in every situation, defends Marge. I cannot say one situation when he not.
And even if some of those bad characteristics are true about Homer Simpson, he is a person who is actively trying to support his family. He is a person who is trying to keep his job. And he is a person who cares and tries to care and does his best, does what he's trying to do his best. And we think that this is the exact interpretation of a role model, because we want men to do the best they can, not to be some stereotype that is not achievable, as they explained to you.
Okay, I will agree with teammate that he's trying to do the best, and you said that he's not so good to his family, but I don't agree with that. He's just realistic, and he's not always bad, because sometimes we have seen that he has bought flour for his wife and chocolate, and in general he's good with his family.
Sometimes, for example, he gave up a chance he gave Marge a teddy bear when they were fighting. And that shows that she's a role model, because it shows that even the difficulties, he loves his family, and even they fight sometimes,
he tries to make things good when he can.
Okay, so I got the idea that Team B thinks that Homer is a realistic model of dad, and I don't think that usually dads try to kill their sons in normal life. And also, you said that he's caring for his wife, but he always offends her, and he also forgot about their anniversary, and yeah, that's why he's not a real role model.
Yeah, and you said that he's bringing them some beers and chocolate and something, but it's just because he messed up something before that, so he's trying to repair it, I think. And of course, I don't think he's so clever, so if some catastrophe came or some disease, I really don't want to be with him in this case, because he's just messing everything up and then trying to repair it, so it's terrible, I think.
They tend to say that Homer beats his son back many times, but I think it's just a conservative bring-up model. So, okay, so when you did something wrong, and it's just a conservative bring-up model. And secondly, with the relationship with Marsh again, Homer do everything to get apologize from his wife or from his family. So real man, so the power of the real man is the will. The thing that I want something, I can wish something. So Martin could learn a lot, and now he has a large knowledge, or Konstantin go to gym and do many exercises as he can. So that's the main thing of a real man, the want, the power of the want.
And what we're telling you again is that we don't want all of those stereotypes of a perfect person.
You said that when he gives them flour and chocolates, he's trying to make things better because he did something wrong. But I think that's a good example because it shows us that we can try, at least he tries to make things wrong, even they're bad. And even he's like, he makes mistakes, he shows that he would try, he loves them because he tries to fix them.
And to be the best. For example,
you said that he forgot their anniversary, so give me an example about that.
even that he forgot about their anniversary, yes.
Okay. In one episode, he because they how can I explain it?
Okay, so we all can agree that he makes a lot of mistakes all the time, and ideal people don't make so much mistakes. Like they built a barrier around the whole city because of his stupid mistakes. Yeah, he threw a bunch of glitter in the lake, and they decided that the city is not part of the country anymore. And also, how can you say that he's a conservative parent when he's not a model for a parent? He drinks all the time, he beats his children, he's doing nothing at home, he's just lying on the couch watching TV and waiting for his wife to give him whatever he wants. So he can't be a role model.
I think it's not good to say before this public that if somebody drinks alcohol, it's bad. So, and also, it's not just he's trying to do something to Bart different way, but he almost killed him, and you say it's.
So they say that he's not an ideal man. We do not want an ideal man. We want a person who is trying to be an ideal man. We want a person who is trying his best to be an ideal man. And we want a person who cares for his family, tries to care for his family, and a person who is trying to work hard. So what we are saying is that we should have a stereotype and a role model that men should follow just because he is doing his best to do a perfect person, not a perfect person that they can never reach.
Yes, and under high pressure, maybe I drink 1 or 2 beers a day. But all things considered, the ideal man doesn't exist, but Homer Simpson trying to be an ideal in the eyes of the society. That's why we think that he's the whole of the ideal.
Okay, to sum up, we think that maybe he's not perfect, but he tries to do his best, I think. And I agree with Timmy that he's not the perfect, we can say the ideal exactly man, and I also agree that the ideal man doesn't exist, but he tries.
Okay, so I want to agree with Timmy because the topic of the debate is like Homer Simpson role model for an ideal man. No, Homer Simpson, a person who tries to be an ideal man. And also I want to just sum everything up. We can't call a person who like is not organized, is not very clever, drinks all the time, doesn't care about his family, an ideal man at all. That's why we don't think that Homer Simpson is an ideal man.
And also, I don't think that he's trying to be. He's doing what he wants and then trying to fix it, so he looks like somebody who is okay, but it's just, I don't know the word. Just, it doesn't matter. He's just selfish and trying to do what he wants and isn't clever enough, I think.